Alright, we're going to be ranking the Dishonored levels across the entire series. A few points to note are, I played each game using stealth, so that'll influence my decision making, and also, I didn't use criteria for this list, so it's heavily biased. With that said, let's get right into it. 29. One Last Fight. Death of the Outsider. So the objective for this level is to find Dowd. You have to take a carriage and make your way over to Albaca Baths, and you may have to deal with some guards along the way, and you can go through an apartment building. Once you get there, there's people outside and also inside, as well as Dowd, who's being held by magic. The only way to free Dowd is to find the key to the suppressor so that you can free him. And the only way to get the key is to try to find the way to get upstairs so that you can take out the gang leader, who has the key. The problem with this level is that there's not a whole lot you have to do. Even once Dowd is free, you'll have to deal with some resistance, but it's not too much of an issue. One way you could have made this level better is if, once you finally get upstairs, there's more people up there that you have to worry about. Or better yet, the room that the gang leader is in has a whole lot more people in there that you have to get through before you get to her. It would have added a lot more to this game and made it a lot more harder. And one final way it could have been better is if, once you free Dowd, you have to carry him out of the place. It would have given you a lot more to think about because not only will you have to keep Dowd alive, but there's resistance outside that you have to worry about, and it just makes it way more intriguing. 28. The Loyalists. Dishonored. So the objective for this level is to try to find out where Emily and the Loyalists actually are. And the only way to do this is by either A, talking to Callista, or B, finding a note that Emily wrote. The thing about this level is that there's a lot of guards, mostly inside, but also outside, with tall boys walking around, which can be an issue. The best way to deal with this mission is by stealthing it. You need to try and get into Havelock's room without being seen, get that blueprint, take that blueprint to Pieria and Sokolov who are hiding, and vaporize everyone, or put them to sleep. Then get Callista to open her door, so they can signal Samuel, and he'll take you to King Sparrow Island. I really haven't got too many issues with this level. I actually think it's quite good, even though it is low on this list. The reason why it's low is because, like the first mission, there's not a whole lot you have to do. There's only really one thing you have to do, and that's it, the mission's over. And that's why it's so low on this list. 27. Lady Boyle's Last Party. Dishonored. The objective for this level is to take out the Boyle who financed the coup. You need to get into the Boyle estate and into the house. There are guards and tall boys walking around, so it might not be easy. But once inside, you need to identify your target and take her out. Thing is, it's a masked party, so you can't see anybody's face. Also, there are 3 Boyle sisters. There are a few ways to do this mission. The first one is to take out all the Boyle sisters, so you end up taking out your target, or you can do a bit of recon work. If you talk to Miss White and Mr. Grimsby, they'll give you enough information to be able to tell the Boyle sisters apart, and they can take out your target. The thing about this mission is that it is quite easy, and that's why it's so low on this list. The way they could have made it a bit harder is if you had to do a bit more work to figure out which Boyle sister is which. There are a lot of guards actually in the place, and there are overseers, so you can't actually use magic, but I still feel like the level is a little bit easy. 26. The Clockwork Mansion. Dishonored 2. The objective for this level is to take out Kieran Jindosh and rescue Anton Sokolov. You start off in the lower Aventa district, and you need to make your way over to the Clockwork Mansion. You need to move past the first wall of light, into the carriage, and past the upper Aventa district. Once inside the Clockwork Mansion, you need to find a way to take out Kieran Jindosh and rescue Anton Sokolov, dealing with clockwork soldiers, guards, arc pylons, and walls of light. The reason why this level is so low on this list is because of its layout. It is way too easy to locate your targets. You can literally traverse through this entire level using the outer walls and dealing with no resistance. This level would have been 10 times better if the outer walls would have been left out of this game completely. And like Lady Ball's Last Party, this level had so much potential, but just didn't deliver. 25. A Stay of Execution for Lizzy, the Brigmore Witches. The objective for this level is to break Lizzy's stride at a Colded prison. You start off on the bridge. You need to get into the prison and find out exactly where Lizzy's stride is being held. Once you've done that, you need to head over to the cell controls and open Lizzy's cell. After that, you can carry Lizzy out of prison, deal with any resistance you need to, and head down to the sewers. I haven't got too many issues with this level, but the real problem is that there's not enough resistance. Once you open Lizzy's cell, there should be guards immediately investigating Lizzy's cell and the cell controls. It would make the level a lot harder and give you more to think about. 24. The High Overseer, Dishonored. The objective for this level is to take out High Overseer Tom Campbell, retrieve his black book, and save Overseer Martin. The side objective is to save Captain Kerno. You start off in the Distillery District. You need to move past the 2 walls of light through Claving Boulevard, then head to Holger Square. Once there, you need to save Overseer Martin, and then head to the High Overseer's meeting room. You need to wait for the High Overseer to take him out, then retrieve his black book, and head down to Samuel, who's waiting for you. The problem with this level is once again the layout. When you get to Holger Square, all you need to do is use the ledges to get to the meeting room. This level would be a whole lot better if you remove the ledges. It'd make things way more difficult, and it'd make sure that you earn your way to completing this level. 23. The Stolen Archive, Death of the Outsider. The objective for this level is to find the Stolen Archive. You start off in an apartment near the Royal Conservatory. You need to get into the conservatory and up to the rooftop. Once there, you need to steal a silvergraph from Sister Rosewyn, probably by taking her out. Once you've done that, you need to head down to the silvergraph machine. Use it, take the silvergraph, then head back to the apartment you came from. This is probably one of the hardest levels in the entire series, so there's no problems from that point of view. But the real issue is that the only real effective way to beat this level is to use Semblance. This is a problem because Semblance is an ability that runs out very quickly, and once it runs out, you need to wait for it to recharge. It creates a level that's extremely infuriating and one that needs more options. 22. Return to the Tower, Dishonored. The objective for this level is to take out the Lord Regent. You start off in the river down below, and you need to make your way up to Dunwall Tower, getting past guards, an arc pylon, a tall boy, a wall of light, and a watchtower. Once inside, all you have to do is wait for the Lord Regent to enter his chambers, then take him out. Once again, this level is way too easy. Some better design decisions would have made this level a whole lot better. At no point when I play this level do I feel like I'm ever under pressure. 21. The Royal Physician, Dishonored. The objective for this level is to abduct Anton Sokolov. You start off on SOUTHSIDE BRIDGEWAY, and you need to make your way over to Anton Sokolov's house. Like Return to the Tower, you need to get past guards, arc pylons, and walls of light. And along the way, on the furthermost side of Colwyn Bridge, you need to remove some whale oil tanks so you can turn off the bridge lights. Once you've done all that, abduct Anton Sokolov and leave. This level should probably be higher on this list, but the only real good thing about this level is Colwyn Bridge, so this spot's about right. 20. The Royal Conservatory, Dishonored 2. The objective for this level is to take out Brianna Ashworth. You start off in Zero Gardens, and you need to make your way over to the conservatory, getting past guards, walls of light, and a watchtower. Once inside, you need to get past the whole Coven of Witches to get to Ashworth. Once you've done that, either fight Ashworth or sabotage her oraculum. This level is very well designed and could easily be higher on this list. The reason why it's not is because the other levels are just better. 19. The Light at the End, Dishonored. The objective for this level is to rescue Emily Cauldron. You start off down below, and you need to make your way up to the top of the lighthouse, getting past the watchtower, guards, walls of light, an arc pylon, and you also need to use a lift to get to the top. This level is quite hard, so it doesn't really need to be altered in that respect, but I do feel that having 2 or 3 tall boys on this level would have made it more memorable, and it also would have made this level higher on my list. 18. The Bank Job, Death of the Outsider. The objective for this level is to steal the outsider's knife. You start off on the Dreadful Whale, and you need to take a carriage to Upper Syria. Once you're there, you need to find a way to get into Dolores Michael's Deposit and Loan Bank. Once inside, you need to find the vault, and then get access to administration. Once inside administration, you need to change the vault level so you can actually access it. Once you've done that, access the vault, and then leave. This is probably one of the most complicated levels in the entire series. There's so much you have to think about and try to figure out, and that's one of the really good things about it. The reason why it's not in the top 10 is because I still feel like it needed 1 or 2 more obstacles to really put it in that category. 17. A Long Day in Dunwall, Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to escape from Dunwall. You start off in Dunwall Tower, and you need to try to get to the Dreadful Whale, dealing with a whole bunch of guards. This is an interesting level because you have no powers. You don't even have a crossbow. All you have is a sword and pistol to try to get through this level. And that's one of the reasons why this is such a good introduction to the game, because you have to make the most of what you got. 16. The Edge of the World, Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to get to Adamire Station. You start off on the docks, and you need to get past the first wall of light. Once you've done that, you need to get past all the guards in the area. There are even overseers in one section. Once you've done all that, you need to get past the second wall of light, which is full of guards. And then afterwards, jump into the carriage and head to Adamire Institute. This is one of the most stunning levels in the entire game. I could literally just play it for hours on end and just look at it. This level was originally in my top 10, but it didn't make it because it's way too straightforward to go from point A to point B. 15. Dust District, Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to get into Aramis Stilton's mansion, and in order to do that, you need to solve Kieran Jindosh's lock. There are 2 ways to do this. Number 1, solve it on your own, or number 2, get the answers. The best way to get the answers is to first sneak into the Overseer outpost and steal Amadio Monte's key. He's the guy who was captured by the Overseers. So you take that key and you go to the Howler hideout, and then you use the key to open a door which contains the answers on a piece of paper. Once you get those answers, you can open the lock. This is a very good level. You really feel like you have a lot of options, and it could easily be higher on this list. 14. Eminent Domain, The Knife of Dunwall. The objective of this level is to get info on Delilah. You start off on the Legal District waterfront. You need to get past some guards and a wall of light. Once you've done that, you need to take out some Hatter Gang members, and then meet up with Dahlia Timsh, and make a deal with her. After that, you need to find the key to the Legal District, which is located in one of the tallest buildings in the area. After that, you get into the Legal District, and you take out Arnold Timsh. You steal his will, and then you meet up with Dahlia again. Then you leave. This level is this high up on this list because of its non-lethal option. You meet up with a guy who gives you instructions on how to get Arnold Timsh arrested, and it's just brilliant. 13. House of Pleasure. Dishonored. The objective of this level is to take out the Pendleton twins and find Emily. You start off in the Distillery District, and you need to try to get to the Golden Cat. You need to get past guards, watchtowers, walls of light, and maybe some assassins, depending on how you do this mission. Once you get to the Golden Cat, you need to find a way to take out Curtis and Morgan Pendleton, as well as finding Emily. The Golden Cat is one of the most impressive structures in the entire series, and it's one of the main reasons why this level is so high up on this list. 12. A Hole in the World. Death of the Outsider. The objective of this level is to take out the Outsider. You start off in a rundown building in the mountains, and you need to try to get to the Outsider's body in the void, getting past dogs, cultists, and a vision cultist. Then you need to get to the eye, and then get to the oldest part of the void and take out the Outsider. This has to be the hardest level in the entire series, and the reason why is because there are enemies everywhere. You can't turn a corner without seeing a cultist, and this level could easily be inside the top 10. 11. The Good Doctor. Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to find Anton Sokolov and eliminate the Crown Killer. You start off in front of Adamai Institute. You need to get inside and do some investigative work, getting past guards and dogs. Eventually, you're going to run into Dr. Alexandra Hypatia. You need to get to the back of that room and talk to Vasco. The Crown Killer shows up, then you can take her out. This level is this high up on this list because of its level design. It's so satisfying uncovering all this information and the Crown Killer appearing out of nowhere. It's even more impressive that you can save Dr. Alexandra Hypatia by using Vasco's solution. It's just exceptional. Alright, now we're down to the top 10. 10. The Grand Palace. Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to take out the Duke and free Delilah's spirit. You start off on the docks, and you need to try to get to the Grand Palace, getting past guards, a watchtower, a wall of light, and maybe some howlers, as well as taking a carriage to the palace. Once you're there, you need to identify the real Duke from the body double and take him out. Then, you need to get into the Duke's safe and free Delilah's spirit, getting past an arc pylon and clockwork soldiers. Once you've done that, you can leave. This has to be one of the most impressive levels visually in the entire series, and along with the Duke having a body double and there being an underwater entrance to the safe, this level deserves to be in the top 10. 9. The Dead Eels. The Brigmore Witches. The objective of this level is to get to Brigmore Estate. You start off at the riverfront, Draper's Ward, and you need to try to get to Lizzy Stride's ship, the Undine, getting past Hatter and Dead Eel gang members. Once you've done that, you need to take out Edgar Wakefield. Then, you need to get to the Hatter gang hideout, getting past an arc pylon and some Hatter gang members. Once inside, you need to try and find a way to get the engine core back. Once you've done that, head back to Lizzy Stride and head out to Brigmore Estate. This level is this high up on this list because of its difficulty. Taking out Edgar Wakefield and getting the engine core back is like doing 2 missions in one, where you can easily be swamped with enemies in both objectives. 8. Delilah's Masterwork. The Brigmore Witches. The objective of this level is to take out Delilah. You start near the water, and you need to try to get inside the Brigmore Estate, getting past witches and gravehounds. Once you've done that, you need to get the purple lantern that's located in the attic, getting past traps, more witches and more gravehounds. After that, you need to go to a room that contains a blank canvas and 2 witches. Take out the 2 witches and use the lantern on the canvas. The painting will come to life and you jump inside of it. After that, you can take out Delilah. This level is impressive because of how hard it is to traverse through. There are witches and gravehounds everywhere, as well as traps, and it's just a matter of time before you run into trouble. 7. Death to the Empress. Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to take out Delilah. You start out near the docks, and you need to try to get to Dunwall Tower, getting past gang members, wolfhounds, witches, and gravehounds. Once inside, you need to head to the power room and replace a whale oil tank, getting past more witches, more gravehounds, and even clockwork soldiers. After that, you need to use the lift and head up to the throne room. Once you get there, Delilah will jump into a painting. You need to follow her into a painting and then proceed to take her out. This level is similar to number 8 on this list in that there are lots of magical enemies, but this level is slightly higher because there's more you have to do in this level. 6. A Captain of Industry. The Knife of Dunwall. The objective for this level is to find out what Delilah is. You start off on a building platform, and you need to try to get to Rothwild's slaughterhouse, getting past guards, workers, an arc pylon, and the wall of light. Once inside, you need to get info on Delilah, and then leave. After that, you need to save Billy Lurk from Overseers. This level has one of the biggest buildings in the entire series. It also has one of the most unique enemies. Rothwild's workers can shoot projectiles at you from range, dealing massive damage, and along with being able to make a deal with Abigail Ames, this level deserves this spot. 5. Dishonored. Dishonored. The objective of this level is to escape from Coldridge Prison. You start off in a prison cell, with no powers, and you need to try to get to the Dunwall sewer, getting past a whole load of guards, blowing up the outer walls, and jumping into the water, whilst avoiding a firing squad. Once inside the sewers, you need to gear up, get past some rats, some guards, and then get to Samuel. This level is short, to the point, and has lots of action, and it's a fitting way to start the series. 4. The Surge. The Knife of Dunwall. The objective of this level is to eliminate Overseer Hume. The side objective is to save your captured assassins. You start off in the sewers, and you can go around the map saving all your assassins, then head to Dowd's office and take out Overseer Hume. After that, you may or may not have to deal with Billy Lurk. This level is in the top 5 because of how difficult it is. There are overseers everywhere, and if an overseer starts using your music box, it's game over. 3. A Crack in the Slab. Dishonored 2. The objective of this level is to discover Delilah's secret. You start off in front of Aramis Stilton's mansion, and you need to try to get to where Aramis Stilton is. Then the outsider appears and gives you a timepiece. From then on in, this whole level is one giant puzzle. You need to try to get to the backyard, getting past guards, wolfhounds, nest keepers, and bloodflies. Once you're there, you need to try to get the code to Aramis Stilton's secret room. Once you've done that, you can head back inside and get into that room, and then witness what happened here 3 years ago. Once you've done that, you can leave. This level is one of the best levels in the entire series because how you have to use the timepiece to traverse through this level, and you're bound to get stuck multiple times. 2. Follow the Ink. Death of the Outsider. The objective of this level is to find the Outsider's knife. You need to take a carriage to Upper Syria, then get into Elena Ray's place, knock her out, and find out about the secret knock. Then head to the Red Camilla, getting past 2 dogs. Once inside, knock out the person there, then head to the back where you'll find out high-profile people, Sean Young and Ivan Jacoby, are part of the Loyalists. Then go to the next room and get a tattoo. Once you've done that, head to the Spectre Club where you'll do the secret knock and show them your tattoo. Once inside, head upstairs, get past the guard, and get into Sean Young's place. Once you're there, get past a whole load of guards and head to Sean Young's office. Knock him out and take his dumbwaiter key. Then head back down to level 2, use the dumbwaiter key, turn off the power, and grab the audiograph from the next room. Once you've done that, head upstairs and play the audiograph, opening the safe. Then grab what you need, including a key and the location of the knife. Then head to Collarbrown Plaza, where Ivan Jacoby is giving a mock speech. Get past some guards and head underneath that stage. Wait for Ivan Jacoby to walk over the trapdoor and pull the lever, taking him out. Then grab the key to his house. Go to his house and grab the other key you need. The sequence of events in this level are impressive and could have easily been number 1 on this list. 1. The Flooded District. Dishonored. The objective of this level is to get back to the Ground Pit's hub. The side objectives are to take out Dowd and to get your weapons back. You start off in a pit and you need to escape. Get a weapon, get past 2 assassins, and jump into the water. After that, you need to get to the central Rudshaw district, getting the key and getting past 3 assassins. Once you're there, you need to get to the sewers, getting past a whole load of assassins and getting the key from Dowd. After that, you need to get past a couple of guards, 3 tall boys, and a wall of light. Then, to get to the next section, you need to get past some traps, traverse through some water, and get past Granny Rags. Then after that, you may or may not have to deal with some weepers. Then you can get back to the pub. This level is the most intense level in the entire series. There are assassins everywhere, and Dowd is just waiting for you. Also, you have to get past 3 tall boys and deal with Granny Rags. That's why this level is number 1 on this list.